Maia Akiva is not a therapist, and the opinions shared in this podcast are hers alone. If you feel like you need help, please go to www.psychologytoday.com/US to find a therapist in your area, or call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255.
Hi, and welcome to the podcast Interview with Myself, with me, your host, Maia Akiva. I am a motivational speaker and a motivational entertainer. And if you're not sure what it is, then this podcast is a great way to find out and experience for yourself. In this unique podcast, I will each episode interview my feelings, my emotions, like my fear and my joy, the different parts of myself, like my addiction and my stories, and some very surprising guests that I can't quite tell you about them yet, but if you keep listening and subscribe, you will find out who they are eventually. This podcast was created to give them all the chance to tell their side of the story, and also to get to know myself a little bit better, and sometimes to even learn how to improve my relationship with all of them, especially since all of my therapists, healers, and coaches say I really need to. Thank you for listening to Interview with Myself. Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of Interview with Myself, with me, Maia Akiva, where every episode I was about to say every week, every episode I interview my feelings, my parts, my thoughts, everything that is very much alive inside of me. And today there's definitely the guests that are on today are definitely alive in me. Today I'm interviewing the stories in my head. And let me tell you something. They are loud and they have a lot to say. But before we jump into that, I'm going to give you much more information about what's coming up at the end of the episode. We have a great, very exciting episode coming up next, especially for, I wouldn't say for the new year, but for starting a new year. And it might even be a live taping. Oh my God, I know. Trust me, the oh my God is for me, not necessarily for you. But I'm going to try to pull it off. So send some positive vibes and we'll see what happens. But I'll give you more information at the end of the episode if you're interested. Stay and I'll tell you exactly who I'm going to be interviewing. Also, at the end of the episode, I'm going to give you a very short exercise. Exercise sounds so heavy, but like something that you can do with the help of writing that can help you interview your feeling or something that, or a feeling or something that is challenging for you. Because beyond the podcast and interviewing my own feelings, there's a lot of wisdom and a lot of insight and help that you can get by interviewing your feelings too. So I'm going to give you a very short exercise if you're interested in doing that can really, really open and give you a little bit of insight in a very, very short time. And I'm going to start a new feature that, again, I'm going to talk about at the end of the episode. All right. Here is my 60-second business pitch. All right. If you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you do, please subscribe so you can know when a new episode coming up. Please leave a review on iTunes if you can. It takes a second. You can just do it from your iPhone. It's so helpful. I want to try to get the podcast out there more, and your reviews really, really help. And I really, really, really appreciate it. It's very, very helpful if you want this to become even bigger, or help me get it even bigger. I'm working on a Patreon account, but in the meanwhile, if you feel like supporting the podcast, even for $1 a month, you can go to the website of the podcast. It's listed in all the notes of the podcast. And it's also on maiaakiva.com, and you can just give $1, $5, $10, anything is appreciative, so I can get some more help with marketing and editing and all of that. Please tell your friend if you know somebody who's struggling with something that we talk about, or you think that will enjoy this podcast. Please forward it to them, and of course share on social media. Follow me on social media, my personal account, Maia Akiva. Just type Maia Akiva on everything and it will show up. And my feelings, I don't know if you know that, but my feelings as an Instagram account, Maia Akiva's Feelings. It's also on my own Instagram account, if you can find it. And yeah, they have some stuff to share visually about being my feelings. So please go follow them. I'm sure they will enjoy it. And last but not least, if you're interested in bringing me to your group, organization, company to do a very unique presentation and or workshop about the wisdom of your feeling, interviewing your feeling, how can your feeling help you, your thoughts, your feeling, if you give them a voice. It's very powerful stuff. I know it's a little scary to bring somebody to talk about people's feeling, but I do it very gently and appropriately, and it's very, very powerful, and you see result. People shift, and people experiences shift, people challenges shift. So if you're interested in more information, everything is on my website, maiaakiva.com. All right, that was more than 60 seconds, but it's better than the 10 minutes that it was 3 episodes ago. So, progress, not perfection, as we say in many programs. All right. So, the stories in my head. Who are they? What does that mean? Some people call it the voices in their head. Some people call it chatter. Some people, there's many different names for it. But for me, it's like those thoughts, those voices that tells me like how shitty I am, how I don't have anything in my life going on for me, how I'm unattractive and nobody will ever love me, how unless I have A, B, C, D, I don't have anything and nobody cares about me and I'm not worth anything, and so on and so on and so on. I know that it manifests in people in different ways. I know a lot of people, that's actually a voice that I do not have, but I know many people have a voice about why they can't start businesses, who are they don't have any experience, what do they have to give. That's actually a voice I do not have. But I have many other voices that stop me from doing this weekly podcast, that's for sure. And I go to periods with those voices, like for me, and we talk about it in the episode a little bit. To me, they show up in the morning, like when I wake up, boom, like screaming in my head, and then as I go through the day, I'm like able to like quiet them down and be like, okay, dude, enough. I'm here to enjoy my day. But I go through periods as I start healing, as I start doing work on myself and healing. I go through periods where they're very loud and it's really hard not to hear them, like almost impossible. And sometimes, and periods where I don't hear them, where I just I don't think they're not there. I just think that I'm hearing different things, and I'm living in it from a different point of view, I guess, or from a different experience that is more for my heart, which we talked about last episode. Shout out to my heart. And this here, oh my God. And I've talked to other people, and it definitely something that it seems like everybody's experiencing in some way or another. This year, it started like with a lot of chatter in my head. Like every story that I had in my head, that I have in my head, has just been screaming from the beginning of the year, the moment the year started. And it's been a very intense January this year. It's like almost feeling like going upstream this year at the beginning of the year. And I love beginnings of years. It's like the most opening energy, and I like enjoy that, like almost kind of like surfing that energy and making it move me forward. But this year, it's been like, it feels almost like beaten up by energy. That's been my experience. So of course the stories in my head jumped right in and started screaming very, very, very abusive and not nice things about, well, I introduced them in the episode, but mainly about how, oh my God, my life sucks, I don't have anything, nothing's going on for me, and so on and so on, but really loud, kind of like somebody standing right next to you here and screaming, yeah, that's been my experience. Now, I was planning to interview them before, but it just worked out great because it's actually they're so present that when I interviewed them, I was like, wow, you were just in my head. So I have definitely a lot of question to ask you, and what is up and what is going on. And I wanted to interview them because I wanted to, my whole idea and philosophy is about, I wouldn't say making peace with those feelings and parts, but definitely hearing what they have to say and learning from them. And I definitely learned from the stories in my head. So I hope you enjoyed the interview and that you will, get some information and get some good stuff from it. And I will see you at the end of the interview. All right, here it is. Interview with the stories in my head. And by the way, there's 3 of them. So brace yourself. It's a lot. It's a lot, okay? All right. All right. Well, hi everyone. Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
Hello to all the stories in my head who are on this podcast today. I must say that I'm very excited to have you all here today, even though every day, including this morning, you guys definitely ruin my days when I wake up.
I mean, it's only because we are so fun.
And you love us. Admit it.
I don't know if loving you is the right way to describe how I feel about you, but I definitely cannot get away from you as much as I try. So I guess maybe our relationship is like fatal attraction.
Ooh.
I mean, well, you know us. We can't just go away. We're part of you.
Yes, unfortunately I do know that.
Yeah, we're kind of like herpes. You can never really get rid of us.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is very gross.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Gross, but also true.
Yeah, do you think we're like the one on the mouth or the one down there?
Okay.
On the mouth for sure. That shit never goes away.
All right, let's stay focused. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I think I'm excited to have you today because as much as you are, again, a pain in my ass or in my head, and some days are very disruptive of my really cool life, I do really want to hear about what you have to say. Who are you? Where are you coming from? I guess I'm thinking of it kind of like the book The Art of War. Like, I want to study my enemy. I need to study you beyond just like hating you and want you to go away.
That makes us very happy because it means we're doing our jobs and working well to tell our stories inside your head.
Doing our jobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up top.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's we're jumping a little bit ahead, okay? I'm glad you guys are happy to be here. But let's start by introducing yourselves because I know you, unfortunately, very well, but the listeners don't. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
For the sake of keeping order in this podcast, I'm going to give you all a number, story 1, story 2, story 3, so we know who's talking, okay?
Oh, I got dibs on number 1.
Wait, whoa, what? I wasn't ready. I didn't know we were taking dibs.
Dude, pay attention. You snooze, you lose.
Okay, guys, come on. We all know that I am story number 1. I mean, I'm the one that she listens to the most. And look, it's Maya's show. Let's let her pick.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. Yep, all
For
right.
sure, man.
Okay, well, you're right, actually. That is true. You are probably one of the biggest stories that I tell myself in my head.
Maybe the biggest.
That's what she said.
Maybe. Okay, so let's start with you. Will have you be story number one?
Okay.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, number one. Woohoo, yeah.
Yeah. So, hi. I guess we refer to me as story number one.
Yes,
Alright.
we do.
And what story do you tell me?
I am the story in your head that tells you that nothing is ever going to change in your life for the better.
Yes. It hurts just hearing you say it out loud. That's how much I believe it.
I'm that good.
You are. Okay, next.
You go.
No, you go.
Yeah, you can go. I don't care.
No, look, seriously, go right ahead. It's fine.
Wait, who should go? Should I go or should he go?
You go.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I'm story number 2.
And what is the story you tell me?
I am the story in your head that tells you that everything great always happens to other people and not to you.
Oh, yes. Welcome. I know you.
Gracias. Glad to be here bringing some flavor to your podcast.
Okay. And you, story 3?
Hi, that's me, story 3. I'm single and ready to mingle.
Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, yes, he is. I know. He's on Tinder's, ladies.
I am.
Okay. And what story do you tell?
Well, I'm the story in your head that tells you that your worth and your happiness only come from the external things that you have.
Yes, absolutely. And it hurts just to hear it. And we were supposed to actually have another story here today, right?
Yes. He felt like since he's not as effective on you as he used to be, there's no place for him here.
Okay, yes. When I heard that, it made me actually very happy. I felt like, if you guys don't mind me sharing, I felt like there is hope and possibility for me to listen to you a little bit less.
Oh.
Well, the odds of that are very slim.
All right. Okay, well, I want to know why, but we'll get to that in a second. Just for the listeners so they will know, the story that decided not to come was the story in my head that, let me see, I wrote it down. The story in my head that is telling me that I don't have anything or nothing in my life going for me.
Yes. We will miss him not coming with us. He is awesome.
He actually is wicked cool. I mean, his Instagram feed is kind of amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's the best. The dude knows how to party.
Okay. All right. Now that we have all introduced ourselves and the audience knows who you are and who they're listening to, let's jump right into the questions. Are you guys ready?
We're ready. Let's go.
Ready?
Let's do this thing!
Okay.
Woo!
Again, thank you all. I just want to say it again. Thank you all for being here and coming. I always knew I wanted to have you on my podcast from the very beginning. I just wasn't sure, excuse me, how it would make me feel because, let's face it, you guys are a lot. And it's just me by myself dealing with you and handling all of you in my head. But I'm really glad you came because you are a huge part of my everyday life and I have a lot of questions and things I want to know about you and why you are interfering with my life and why do I listen to you so much and why do you even exist? Okay?
Oh, yeah, because we're awesome at our jobs.
We are so good!
Awesome!
Winning daily. Look, we're very happy to be here, so thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks, man. We're the freaking best.
You should probably have us every episode.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for sure, but I already have you in my head every day. I think that's
Oh,
enough.
come on. You're lost.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
would make this podcast so much better.
We would make it so good.
All right, let's start with the first question that I ask every guest on the podcast, okay?
Okay.
No,
Right,
shoot.
go.
Yeah. Go.
Why do we have stories in our head, in our minds, that make us feel so bad and depressed, and yet we completely believe in and listen to?
Because,
You go, man.
Go. Story number 1, go.
Okay, because it's the way humans are built. You know, they have a belief system that got created from the day that you guys were born. And our jobs, the stories, is to make you believe in those stories and believe those beliefs no matter what.
Without us, how would you know what to believe?
Ditto.
Hey, Matt, you always steal my stuff, man. You go first next time so I can steal your stuff.
Okay, dude, whatever.
Okay, so why can't I choose what to believe instead of listening to you telling me what to believe? Why can't I make up my own stories?
At your age? Good luck.
Yeah, that's not the way it works.
Because you're...
Because we are...
Go ahead. I don't want to hear you whining about how I don't let you talk.
Look, yeah. By the time you get to your age, whatever you believe about yourself is already there. It's impossible to completely change that.
But I was able to, as you said before, I was able to change my story that I don't have anything in my life that matters, so it is possible.
You didn't erase that. You just... Okay, so that belief, you just minimized it. You made it smaller. So the story, it became weaker.
Well, still, that sounds like a win to me.
A temporary win.
Okay, so I'll take that. But let's move away from that for a second and break it down, okay? I have all those beliefs about myself, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, what are you? Are you stories that are based on those beliefs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you make up your own stories? Do you make them up about me, or can you say to me anything that is not connected to my beliefs?
No,
we
we
can't
cannot.
do that.
Nope. No.
Story one. Why don't you go ahead and explain it a little bit better?
We're not beliefs.
Oh, no. We are
Definitely
not
not.
beliefs.
Yeah, we're not beliefs at all. We work for your beliefs.
You definitely feel like your beliefs.
That's because we're really good at our jobs. But no, we are not your beliefs. We can never be beliefs, and we're not allowed to be beliefs.
That's
no,
true.
ma'am.
We cannot.
We just work for them, you know? They're our bosses.
So my beliefs are your bosses.
Yep.
Yes.
Do they tell you what story you each are, or do you come up with it with your own imagination by yourself?
Well, they make us whenever they see a need, and then we start working for them. You know, working for the man.
Can you can they take you away or race you?
They can do whatever the hell they want. They are beliefs, but we're amazing at our jobs. Stories in the heads and minds of people, and generally are the most reliable, hardworking, focused, responsible, get the job done, 100% commitment. That's who we are. So why would they want to stop using us, you know? We make them look so good and help them succeed tremendously in their jobs of being your belief system.
But that doesn't it happen that maybe a story, you know, as I get older, or as a person get older, or change, or get more success, or does you know some healing, that a story is no longer relevant to that person?
No. Those beliefs, they know what they're doing. They always find ways to use us. They are a sneaky bunch, and they know their shit.
Do you like being stories, or would you rather be beliefs with all of that power that they have?
Look, we are who we are. We don't really want to be something we're not. We're us, and we have a job to do.
I will never want to not be a story. I love my brothers and sisters. We are tight and fun, and being a believer is a lot of responsibility. It's a complicated job.
We complete each other. You complete me.
Oh, baby.
So funny.
All right. So now, why do my beliefs need you, the stories in my head? Isn't it enough that they're just my beliefs?
It's a communication tool between your beliefs and you. We are the ones who give you the messages from your belief system.
Isn't it just enough that I believe my belief system?
Yes, but just like everything else, communication is needed.
And are you guys the only one who communicate my beliefs to me?
No.
But we are the best ones.
And definitely the most attractive ones.
Oh, yeah.
We are. Look, no. Your thoughts communicate your beliefs all the time.
So what is the difference between you two?
We're much more creative and interesting.
Yeah, we're stories. We use imagination and descriptions, colors, ideas.
Ooh, we should win an Oscar with how innovative and good storytellers we all
Yeah,
are.
we are. We really should.
Fuck yeah, we should. I'm like an untapped Aaron Sorkin.
I'm like an untapped Jordan Peele.
Who?
Fuck you.
Okay. I must say, you guys are very loud, and I might even say that you are full of yourself.
Oh, so?
Maybe you should be more full of yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, no need to go there now, okay? I have you in my head every day, that's enough. I just wanted to get to know you better, okay?
We want that too.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do.
We want that.
But why do you have to say that we are full of ourselves?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's kind of offensive.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why?
We're just doing our jobs very well. I mean, we are good at what we do.
I know, I understand, but as you can see, you have a lot of power over me and over people in general, and everything you say have an impression on me and on other people, and not a good impression.
That's not on us. That's on you for listening to us.
And for having the beliefs you have as our bosses.
I know.
Hey, wait a minute. You are the one who invited us on your unique and original podcast.
I did, I know, and you don't need to mock. I'm really glad you're here, okay? God. It's just not easy listening to you guys, okay? You guys are, like, very hurtful. But okay, let's get back to the three of you, okay? This is why you guys are here. Why are you so convincing, you see, even now?
We told you we're just that good.
Beyond that, why do I completely believe everything you say to me? And I believe it so easily, too.
It's because you give all your power away to your beliefs. We work for them, you know, no matter what. Do you have days where you don't believe us?
Yeah, actually I do. I have more and more days that I believe the stories less.
Well, it's not because we stopped talking. It's because you chose something else. You give your power and your attention away to other things, and you hang out with other beliefs. The ones, you know, that we don't like.
Yes, the one that I love.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, so why don't I have stories in my head about those other beliefs, like the positive beliefs that I have, that I actually love and want to listen to, instead of you three?
Beliefs choose to tell you and to use whatever they know will work best on you. The beliefs we work for, the ones, you know, they use us, what do those other beliefs use on you? Obviously not stories about how great you are and how amazing you are. That never worked on you. You just don't believe them.
Right, that's true. Then what?
I don't know. You tell us.
Okay, not stories. What makes me feel good? I guess feeling my feelings, like feeling happiness, joy, fulfillment, excitement. That definitely works in me. Positive thinking doesn't work on me. It makes me feeling those feelings makes me feel happy, and when I feel those feelings, I actually cannot hear the three of you, believe it or not.
Well, there you go.
Do you know them, by the way? Talk to them, see them, my feelings?
Oh, God,
ew.
no.
No.
Whatever.
Idiots.
You know what? Screw them. We don't want anything to do with them. They're so boring and serious. They're like old people, right? It's like hanging out with your grandparents.
Yeah, they're like so deep and meaningful. It's so fake and freaking annoying. They always ruin any time that for some reason we decide to get together with. They're just assholes.
Yeah, man, they think that they're, like, so better than everyone. Like, we're feelings, we're important and so deep and impactful. How are you feeling today? They're such losers, and they can't even see it.
They absolutely are a bunch of
It's a
assholes.
waste of time.
Wow, okay. I did not realize that stories all feel that way about feelings. I thought you guys would have more in common. Do you think that they feel the same way about you?
Who the hell cares?
We care way more about, I don't know, your breathing than we care about anything they think.
What? My breathing?
Yeah, that's how little we care about them. They have zero effect in our existence.
Minus zero effect.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That's good.
Okay. Are you all the stories in my head close to each other? Are you a close group?
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, we are really
Oh,
close.
yeah.
We're good.
I love these.
You know, we're very tight. We're family.
Yeah, I love them. I'll die for them.
Yeah, me too. I would literally do anything for them anytime. Drop everything.
Wow, then why are you all so close?
Because we're family. We are the same even though we tell different stories. You know, no one has our backs like we have each other's. We take care of each other because no one else will.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
beautiful. Just cover your man.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say, if you weren't so painful stories in my head, this would be very touching.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all about us.
It
we
is.
don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we don't care that you don't like us. We only care about each other and about doing the best job that we can for your beliefs.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better.
And why are you all so loud, like here today and also in my head?
Well, it's because we say the most important things you will ever hear in your life. Boom! Mic drop.
Yeah!
High five!
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up?
Look, we're really not that loud. It's because when you hear us, we sound loud since your beliefs, you know, you believe your beliefs and nothing else, you know, that you can only hear us.
I get that, but you're so full of energy and noises and high fives. It's like I'm in a fraternity or something.
We like to talk and we like to be heard and we like each other's company and talking and listening to each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I have to say that's a lot when it's going on in my head.
Yes.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
it is.
good. Look at you making a joke, my and a good one. Con, high five. Yo, don't leave me hanging.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's a terrible one. Oh yeah,
There
okay.
you go.
Alright. Okay. Another thing that I really wanted to ask you and that I'm curious about is why do you show up in the morning? Like you're the loudest and craziest in the morning when I wake up and I kind of like hear you less and less and less and less as I go on with my day, for sure.
Well, you see, unfortunately for us, you have built a very good healing mechanism against your beliefs. You know, the ones that we work for. So in order for us to do a good job, we need to catch you when those healing mechanisms have not started yet, or they're just waking up themselves. And for you, that's in the morning. And we are very good at knowing all of your weak points.
Mm-hmm. We told you we are superior in our jobs. We get our jobs of telling our stories done no matter what. However we can, we're just that amazing.
No, you are amazing. I want to be you, just with like better hair.
Definitely.
You wish you had my good looks.
Okay. Okay, I like that. That makes sense. And your explanation is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually really cool because that means that I didn't think so, but I found ways to quiet you down a little bit, which I didn't think I realized until I heard you say it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
On that note, I think this has been fast, but I think I'm ready to start wrapping this episode because even though, again, I really like having you 3 year, I'm really getting a headache from all of you and spending time with you on the podcast. It's very, you guys are very challenging. So again, thank you again for coming here and being interviewed. Definitely.
Hey, if it's hard for you, that means we're doing our job. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah, thank.
I guess we have a mutual dislike of each other.
Of
Yes,
course.
we do.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So the way I finish every episode is by asking you a list of personal questions I ask at the end of every episode. Kind of like to get you know a bit better in a more personal way. Are you okay answering it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
sounds good.
Shoot.
Okay. I'll be honest, I've never had more than one guest on the podcast before, so I think in order to keep the order, the best way to do it is to just go around and answer each question at your turn. Okay, story 1, story 2, story 3. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
sounds
works.
good. That's great.
All right. The first question is, where do you live?
In your head, in your mind.
Same. In your head.
Yeah, we're all neighbors, so I'm right there with them in your head.
Okay. What is your age?
Oh, I was born when you were 25, so I am 21.
I was born when you were 14, so I'm 32.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was born when you were 12, so that makes me 34, and the older and wiser out of everyone here, like way wiser.
Wow. That was a long time ago, but I don't remember you having as much power and be as loud as you have been as hearing you in my adulthood.
Oh, well, that's because I was just a tiny, quiet little voice in your head, and I got lost many times. Among the other voices, mainly your fantasy voice that everything will change and be okay in the future.
Okay, I guess, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That makes sense. I remember. Okay, let's move on. What is your favorite word?
Stories.
Story 2?
Yeah. Belief.
Oh, God, you were such a kiss ass.
Yeah, screw you.
My word is listening.
What is your least favorite word?
No.
Disbelief.
Positivity.
What turns you on emotionally?
Oh, juicy.
When you believe every word I tell you.
The same. And when we all show up at once and it's a big, big party in your head.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And we scream and we compete to see who is the loudest.
And whoever gets to be with you by themselves for a whole week telling you their story.
Oh, God. I know that for you this is like fun, but that does not sound like fun at all for me.
Oh, it is not. Which is like so awesome. So my answer would be, pretty much the same. When I win and I get to tell you my story over and over and again and again.
Okay. What turns you off emotionally?
Oh, healing.
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 We're the worst.
It's horrible.
It's our
Really?
nemesis.
No, I like it. This is really good to know.
Oh, okay.
Funny.
All right,
Really
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Okay. What part of me other than yourself would you like to be?
Oh, I like being a story. It's just enough power without too much repairability.
Amen.
That's right.
Yeah, to me, me to a story.
A belief.
Whoa.
Okay, careful, dude.
Alright.
All right.
What? I mean, yeah. If I could, I would have loved to have been a belief. I mean, I want to be in power. I want to be the boss.
Okay, that's honest. Thank you. What part of yourself would you not like to be?
Oh, that's easy. Your heart.
Heart.
Yeah, heart, yuck.
What are your hobbies?
Talking a lot.
Partying. And talking too. But partying first, always.
Yeah, you crazy animal. Mine are stand-up comedy and talking, of course.
What sound do you like?
The sound of talking, conversation, words.
Yeah, consistent noise.
Conversations, talking.
Okay, that makes sense. What sound don't you like?
Quiet.
Silence.
Story 1 and Story 2's voices.
What?
Asshole.
Dick.
I'm just kidding. Look, I love your voices. You should both do voiceover work.
Oh, I do.
I don't like when there was no talking in your head.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
Black.
Red.
Pink.
What?
Black.
You guys are so funny. What is your favorite food?
Burgers and fries.
Anything deep fried.
Anything sugary.
Who is your best friend?
Those two clowns, of course,
Oh.
and all the other stories.
Okay, I guess same.
Yeah, same. I mean, we are all very close. We all love each other.
Are you single right now or in a relationship?
Oh, getting personal.
Is this a dating podcast?
Or a gossip podcast?
Is this produced by Gwyneth?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I no, it's not. I wish it is. But
It's just that I'm not trying to get too personal, but I want to get to know you well, and it's an important part of who you are is if you're single or in your relationship.
Look, we're just giving you a hard time. We don't care.
We're an open book.
I'm a gay man, and I've been in a relationship for a long time with another story.
Oh, wow. Which story, if you don't mind me asking?
With the story that didn't come today.
Oh, okay.
He's boring and monogamous. You should have seen him when he was younger. He went through everyone, even feelings.
Really? I thought you hated feelings.
Well, you know what they say. It's a thin line between love and hate.
Not that thin. Yuck.
It was fun, but I knew I could only settle down with another story.
What about you two?
I don't like to be tied down.
Oh yeah, he's a player.
I sure am.
Okay, and what about you?
Well, I've been dating for a while. The story that you're attractive. She's awesome.
Wait. The story, you've been dating the story that in my head that I'm attractive, but that's like a positive story. I thought you guys don't like them.
Oh, I definitely don't like them, but I don't know. She's different, and sometimes opposites attract.
It's kind of hard at first, but yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, well, you guys are definitely full of surprises, I must say. I'm glad I'm asking those questions. Okay, what's the next question? What are your likes?
I like to be heard and to talk to and have a voice.
I like to tell my story and to collaborate with other stories.
Yep, pretty much everything that they said.
Wuss.
Okay, what are your dislikes?
Oh, feelings and emotions.
Yeah, no, don't like them at all.
Same. Yuck. Don't want anything to do with them.
Who do you go to advice for?
Your beliefs and those guys.
Yeah, all the other stories.
Same.
What is a secret you are willing to share?
Oh,
That's dangerous.
Okay, you want to do this?
Well, give it a try.
Okay, I very secretly wish I was a belief.
Wow.
I think I will make an amazing belief.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, my secret is that even though I love to party, I wish I was in a serious relationship.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, since we're all being honest here right now for some reason, I sometimes wish I was a feeling instead of a story. But like a negative one, don't worry. I think I could kick ass doing that.
I can totally see you doing that.
Yeah, man, you'd be great.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, well, thank you all for your honesty. Those are
Anytime.
very interesting
Yeah,
answers.
sure. Of course.
Our pleasure.
Okay, just a few more questions.
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
This is fun.
Yeah, I'm
do
enjoying
this.
this.
Okay, that's good. What is the one thing you would change about our relationships?
Ooh, let me think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't...
have more fun with us.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah,
Lighten
just
up
lighten
a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting answer, but not as easy as you would think. But I will try to keep that in mind. That you're just stories, and I don't know about fun, but to to not take you too seriously. And on that note, what is the one thing you would have loved me to say to you?
Ooh, good question. Oh, definitely, I believe you.
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Mhm.
Definitely that.
Okay, well, that's going to be a problem because all I'm trying to do is to learn how to not say that to you. So
Oh, well, you asked.
Yeah, you did.
I
Yep.
did. I know, I did. But I hear you. What is the one advice you want to give me?
Don't blame us for telling you stories. We're storytellers.
Yeah, it's your choice if you want to listen.
Even though you should listen. We are very good storytellers.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we are. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, thank you for answering those questions. Before we completely finish this interview, finally, any words of advice for all the people listening to this podcast about having a relationship with their own stories in their heads.
Oh, definitely. It's everything that we talked about today. We love telling stories inside your head, and you can't stop us. So listen to us or don't. We will still be inside your head talking nonstop.
Bam! Mic drop.
Ditto
Killed it.
on both.
Hey, well, again, thank you so much for being my guest today. I really appreciate you coming. It's not easy. It's not easy having you inside my head for sure. But I will even say that it's like very, very hard and grueling some days. But I actually did learn some things from you, and I got some good information, and I can reframe a little bit and not give you all my power and remember my healing. So that was really, really good information for me. Yeah, thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having us.
High
Thank
five,
you.
everybody. We are
Yeah,
awesome.
awesome.
Go
So
stories.
Yes.
Go stories.
Of all
Okay,
stories.
thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. Oh my god, they are loud. I mean, they are just as loud and obnoxious inside my head. And a lot of time I do hear them all together like this, and I think the high five a lot in my head too. But yeah, that was that was a little bit intense, a lot of energy. But yeah, they're very, very like energetic and convincing, and they just go for it. And I hope you I hope you enjoyed this interview. I know for me, it was actually really cool and interesting to interview them like that, because usually it's not a dialogue, it's just them kind of like telling me their stories, not even stopping for a second to ask me anything or to listen to what I have to say. And I think the thing that I really took from it that really helped me was how they are just the stories, the communication of my beliefs. Because I find with all the work that I've done on myself and all the healing, I can object to my beliefs. You know, I can be like, well, I know that I believe it, but it's not really true, and I know where it's coming from, and I know that it's bullshit. But the stories are so convincing, and I think that kind of like finding out that those stories are actually, it's literally just like words and letters and dialogue. They don't have any not meaning, but they don't have any weight, because they're just my beliefs communicating to me what I believe. When I got that, all of a sudden, like, those stories a little bit lost the power, and I can just hear them chattering. And I can just be like, you know what? I'm going to address my beliefs, because I have a much more healing, complicated, deep relationship with my beliefs. I can go through things. I can work through things. I can work through my beliefs of my low self-esteem and of my worth and a lot of other beliefs that I have. And just bypass those stories. So that was very, very helpful for me. So I hope that it was helpful for you too, and that you enjoy hearing their story and their information. I wanted to, as I said in the beginning, to give you a short exercise, something that I do with a lot of my clients. This is like the basic exercise to kind of have you tiptoe a little bit your toe. I think that's how you say it. With having some kind of dialogue with your thoughts, with your feelings, and see how it feels for you, if you get something out of it, if you enjoy it. So here's the exercise. Of course, if you're driving, please either remember it or do it verbally with your eyes open. But if you're at home and you want to write it down, you can write it down. It really is a fast exercise. The first thing is I want you to make a list of all the challenges, the challenging feelings you have in your life right now. It's not necessarily negative feelings, because feelings are not really negative, but you can have some more challenging feelings that you're uncomfortable feelings that trigger you, that bring up a lot of stuff that you don't want to feel, and you find yourself just rather do anything else. It can be anger, it can be sadness, it can be anxiety, it can sometimes even be excitement and happiness that sometimes makes people uncomfortable too. And just write down a list of 3 to 5 feelings that are challenging for you. And then you can pause if you need some time to think about it. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go down the list. And if it's too much for you, you can just start with picking one of the feelings, just the one that you want to really address and work through. That is really, really hard for you. And then if you're interested, you can just keep doing it with the other feelings. And I want you to kind of close your eyes and allow that feeling, okay? This is metaphorical, so you're going to have to move yourself out of the way. Ask the feeling, allow the feeling to give you advice, to give you a few pieces of advice. If you could talk to your feeling, if you can talk to your anger that it's so uncomfortable for you and you cannot be in it, and you judge yourself, or you want to run away, or you just do anything else, or you take it out on somebody very unhealthy in an healthy way, you drive crazy, or whatever it is that you do, you yell at a stranger. So think about just not feeling the feeling, but asking the feeling, and you can write it down, or you can close your eyes and ask the feeling. Anger, for example. Anger, what advice would you give me? And just instinctively, meaning don't overthink it, allow that feeling to give you advice. Whatever it is that comes out, just move yourself out of the way and see what comes up for you. And if it's something that you're again comfortable of doing, you can do it with the other feelings. And this is one way you can communicate with your feeling and see what advice they can have for you, because your anger might have some interesting things that it wants to share with you and recommend for you. For example, your anger can, advice from your anger can be, don't be afraid of me. Okay, that can be one thing. Or let yourself feel me, I'm not gonna kill you. Or whatever it is that come up for you. Or advice from your anger can be, I'm not your mother. You can feel me. Nothing's bad gonna happen to you, and nobody's gonna yell at you, or whatever it is that come up for you. And if you do this exercise, I would love to hear how it was, and you can email me at Maia@maiaakiva.com. All the information is in the notes and on my website. And I would love to hear about your experience. Did anything interesting come up? You can write it anonymously. I won't share your name if you don't want me to. The other thing is that I wanted to start a new feature where I want you guys to ask any questions if you have about having a relationship with your feeling, about interviewing your feeling, about communicating with your feeling. So if you have any question about trouble you're having with a feeling or a thought or a part of you, it's not only feelings, or something about this process, please feel free again to email me at Maia@maiaakiva.com. The information and my email is in the notes and on the website. I want to say thank you for this episode to Scotty Shoemaker, to Edward Hong, to Kevin Gerdis. Kevin, I hope I said your name right. And to Becky Murdoch and everybody at Epiphany Space for all their help. The best place in LA. Music for this episode was by Sidelock. And if you, again, like this episode, enjoy it, please subscribe, review, donate, tell your friends, share on social media, and I'm available to come and do presentation. And if you want to hear more about that, because I know you do, just go to the beginning of the episode and listen at the beginning. All right, have a great time. And I almost forgot. Oh my God. Next episode, the most important thing. Next episode. Next episode, I'm very, very pleased to say that I am going to have, sooner hopefully than later, my 2020 goals along with my procrastination. Now, I wanted to have my procrastination on for a very long time because the reason that you only get an episode once every 3 months is very much due to my procrastination. And I have a very complicated relationship with my procrastination, as many people do. But I wanted to have, beside me talking to my procrastination, I also wanted to bring my 2020 goals because I think that it will be very interesting to hear them together and see how they feel about each other, what they have to say to each other, because they have a lot of interactions inside of me, in my life, and I want to find out how can I achieve my 2020 goals and not spend most of the year procrastinating, which I do a lot. And it's goals, and especially goals in the beginning of the year and New Year's resolution, or maybe we'll talk a little about New Year's resolution, even though I don't really make them. I more have goals for the year. It's a very complicated thing to a lot of people, and it can be very triggering and bring a lot of shame and guilt, and I cannot achieve my goal and all of it. So I think it will be a very, very interesting interview, and I hope you will join us, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll know when the episode is out. I promise you it will be less than 3 months, okay? I promise. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to say hi and talk to your feelings. Bye.
Where do we go? To a place that's old and I've grown with my own stories to be told. It goes on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on it goes.